Purchase order handling for Microsoft Dynamics NAV allows purchasers at the business to handle orders much more quickly and efficiently than normal in NAV. By gathering together all requests of vendors in one place, it's possible to maintain an overview of items on which you're waiting an answer, including new order requests and change order requests. Purchase order handling automates order and change order requests from purchase quotes, purchase orders, and planning journals, as well as reduces handling times. Purchase order handling rids you of the post-its, Excel sheets, and other filing systems by which purchasers otherwise handle their requests. It allows everyone in the business to go into NAV and check up on the status of every purchase order. From a purchase order or a requisition worksheet, the purchaser can, with just a few clicks, send an order request to the vendor in the language code associated with the vendor. Attached files or comments on the purchase order can be included in the email. The email will include an automatically generated URL that allows the supplier to click directly into the request and reply to it via a hosted web portal. Using a web portal, vendors can quickly reply to the requests directly in the NAV handling journal, thereby saving on typing and increasing data quality. When the purchaser arrives at work, he or she can simply open the handling journal and see all of the lines for which there are responses. All of the responses in which the vendors have confirmed precisely that which they were requested can be accepted by a single action. One can also send confirmation emails to the vendors in question if desired. The lines for which vendor responses include changes to the order requests, can be handled and evaluated either individually or as a group. From the planning journals, the purchaser can automatically create change order requests for existing orders on the basis of the line's action messages. A change order request is created in the handling journal, and only the fields with the new desired quantity, price, or dates are updated on the purchase order line. One can see on the purchase order line that there exists an unreplied request, as well as the nature of the request. One will, however, usually only update the purchase order line standard fields once the vendor has replied to the request. The purchaser usually views the purchaser's own journal, but one can also choose to view outstanding requests in all journals, thereby obtaining a complete list of those requests still waiting replies from vendors. From the purchase order handling journal, one can also send automatic reminders for all or selected outstanding requests. One can, for example, select all requests that are more than a week old and that still await replies. From the purchase order or handling journal, one can furthermore see an overview of all overdue purchase orders, that is, lines with an outstanding quantity, involving an expected receipt date prior to the present date. From this window, one can also send reminders to all lines by a single action. It is thus possible to send reminders for both replies to requests and overdue deliveries. All quote requests, new order requests, and changes request to orders are saved in an archive table, allowing one to review all correspondence with the vendor, including when one has made requests and how quickly the vendor has replied to the requests. These archived lines are included in the posted receipt, allowing one to calculate an individual vendor's average response time, as well as how many changes the vendor has made to the requests. Finally, one can use purchase order handling to easily control the relationship between expected receipt date, vendor transport method, inbound handling time, and expected shipment date. Once one has defined how long a vendor's shipping takes by boat, land transport, or plane, the purchase order handling can control and update the dates in whichever direction one desires. Purchase order handling minimizes typing errors, contributes to quality control of communication with vendors, dramatically reduces order handling times, creates an overview of outstanding vendor requests and makes it possible to measure vendor replies.